Hey guys, so today's vlog is going to be a catch-up vlog because I feel like there's been a lot going on and I haven't had a time to kind of like chit chat with you guys and let you know what's been going on. So first off, the biggest news I think so far that we've kind of had this summer is that Luke has officially moved out of our family home. So I definitely am a very proud mama. He has some friends that he moved in with. They actually got an apartment together and he seems to be thriving. So it's been, let's see, I think about 3 weeks now. It's good for him. It definitely is bittersweet as a parent. I think that's what they never, you can't fully understand until you're in that position. It's like you want them to grow up and succeed and become independent. Um, but then it's like a part of your heart is like, oh, you don't want your babies to leave the nest and you kind of want them to stay. And, but that's selfish reasons for me. So it was best for me to just kind of like take a breath and let him fly. And like I said, so far he seems to be doing great. So I know a big thing with it is just like financial independence and understanding how to budget your money, what to spend it on. And so I am thankful that he has roommates because I don't even know how somebody would get a place on their own. I mean, obviously, when I was younger, things were much different. And I think my first like little condo I rented was like $900 a month. So now I don't feel like you can even get anything for under like 2,000. So at least in the area that we live in. So I'm glad he got roommates and just to not only be like financially supportive of each other, but like, having somebody to be at the house with him. Obviously they work different schedules, so not all the time. So you still have that alone time to have your independence. But I don't know, it just feels nice to know that there's others there for him. And luckily, he's not too far away. So I've made a pact with him if he can maybe come back at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, whatever his schedule is, for dinner or whatever, hang out with his brothers and stuff. So we did see him yesterday. So that was really nice. So since we weren't in Disney for 4th of July, which has the most epic fireworks, and if you haven't seen them before, I'll link them. Maybe I'll do it at the end of the vlog so you can click onto that to see. Magic Kingdoms were amazing, but I thought Epcot's were like the tag at the end of it, ad at the end is just something you will never experience in your entire life. I really do feel like it's like a life-changing event. But we weren't at Disney. So my friend Heather, she always has like the best ideas as far as things to do. And we decided to take our families to Dell Diamond Stadium here in Round Rock. And we saw the Round Rock Express baseball team, which is, I guess, like our minor league team that's here. And it was my first time going, and hers actually too, and even all the kids and stuff. So it was such a fun event. The stadium was super easy to get to, very clean. They had tons of food choices, like the boys had barbecue. I think Noah ended up getting like a hot dog too, and ice cream and drinks and just everything that you could possibly ever want or need at a baseball game. They had the mascot out, and we actually sat like on the third base side. So we were shaded the entire time. It was hot in the beginning, but I brought the neck fans for the boys and like they were fine. They do fireworks every Friday, but because it was the 3rd of July, they did a special fireworks, like a patriotic firework ending. And it wasn't Disney, but actually it was quite impressive. They had music along with it, and it was just a fun way to spend the day before the holiday. And then on 4th of July, our families just got together and had like a barbecue and hung out at the pool, swam, and just kind of chilled. So it was still fun. We have also had company. It's funny, I was rewatching some of our old home vlogs and I was mentioning how no one comes to see us. And within the last like few months, we've actually had people come see us. So my mom and dad came out in May. But then just recently, Mike's mom and her boyfriend Bill came out to visit us. And this was their first time visiting our house in Austin and even just visiting Austin in general. So it was fun kind of playing tourist and taking them to some different sites and like scenes around town because honestly we moved here during COVID, so there's a lot that I still haven't seen, And it gave me the opportunity to be like, okay, I want to do this. First, we had taken them to the Capitol and the Capitol building. And I, like I said, never been. We drove by during COVID, but never have gone in. So it was nice to get to see the inside. And they're definitely doing a ton of like outside like renovations and everything. But it was a lot bigger than I anticipated. And right when we got there, they were doing like a free tour. So we just jumped on that and kind of walked around and listened to what he had to say. Lots of history and, that's kind of interesting. So, Texas love their stars. So there's lots of stars everywhere. So, and then we do actually even have like a small replica of the Statue of Liberty outside of the Capitol. And I forget, I know there was a little plaque on there. I don't remember what it says. So if I can find it, I'll insert it. But not quite sure why that's there, but I thought that was fun. Took them to some nice dinners. Obviously, barbecue. Texas is known for barbecue. And then we had a great steak dinner too. And then if you didn't know, Austin is actually home to one of the largest urban populations of bats. So from, I think it's like mid-March to early fall, these bats, they're little, I think Mexican free-tailed, I think is what they're called, bats, come and make homes underneath the Congress Bridge downtown, and they like have their babies. So what they do then is once it hits sunset, the mama bats will fly out, fly about 50 miles to the farmlands, get all kinds of bugs, feed, and then fly back the other 50 miles and then to feed their babies. And then as the season goes on and it gets closer to fall, then more swarms of bats come and they actually will fly out almost before dusk. So it's kind of interesting to see. So we took a boat tour. It was actually fairly inexpensive. I think it was like around 15 bucks each, like a skyline of the city, which is so pretty. And once the sun went down, it was breezy. So it definitely became more comfortable and got to see some bats. I mean, there wasn't like huge swarms of them. You definitely could see them. You could definitely hear them. The guy on the boat, like our tour guide actually said they're the size of about a chicken nugget and, with wings. So, but interesting enough, I guess there's like, it's mainly mothers and their babies. I guess it's like 5,000 mothers to like one father. So I don't know, take that for whatever it's worth. Oh, and I'll have to insert a funny clip while we were on the boat tour. We were going past the Four Seasons that's downtown. So I had Luke do the viral video of the baby. So if you know, you know. Who wants to go to the Four Seasons? Me. But before we could let them leave, we had to take them to a Texas institution, Buc-ee's, which I guess now there are some in other states, but it's known for in Texas. So we took a little road trip down and went to Buc-ee's and got some more barbecue and, some home goods and stuff like that. So
sandwiches are good.
Oh, hi, Aaron.
Your sandwiches are really good.
They are very good.
Pulled pork is my favorite.
Yes, that's true. He likes pulled pork. I like the fried chicken, and I like the pulled pork too, honestly. I tried the club melt this time, and it's really good, but the sauce on it's kind of spicy, which I like spicy, but it was a lot of sauce. But
it's a very good road trip place. Like when we were like the Disney road trip, remember that we went to Buc-ee so much because it's so good.
True, true. And then because Luke moved out, and we are still in full project mode for the house, we did kind of some rearranging of the upstairs. Aaron wanted to take over Luke's old room, so he switched bedrooms. And because we had an empty bedroom upstairs, we decided to go ahead and move our Peloton equipment to that empty space and then make it like a home gym. So let me show you. So this is it. Thought it actually turned out pretty nice. So we've got like the treadmill, and then we've got the bike. And because they are upstairs and not like on a concrete slab, Mike actually found, they're called like horse mats, I guess. They're like really thick. They're a lot thicker than just like your regular, workout mat or mat you put underneath your equipment, but it really helps stabilize it. So that way you're not having like the shakiness when you're on the bike or the treadmill. You still have a little bit of movement, but it's not anything like it was before. It definitely has stabilized it. But Mike, of course, had to have his TV, a little bed for the doggies. We added a fan for the wall. I even took like strips, whoops, and painted them so that way you wouldn't be able to see where the cord was hanging down. Got all official and fancy. Got all of our weights here. And then we bought this, which is actually a cabinet bed. So it unhooks and folds out to a queen bed. So it's kind of like the Murphy wall units at Disney, or like the pull down from underneath the TV. But this one, you still get a queen size, but instead of it being completely vertical, you just kind of unlatch it and pull it all out. If I can find a picture, I'll put it on, because in here we want to move the bike and then pull this out so that way we can still use this as a guest bedroom, but then it's not just being utilized as a guest bedroom. But it's pretty cool. It even has like, it reminds me like a little flip up on the side. I don't know if you can see it here, and it has like, oh, if I can get down here. Can you see that? Plugs and like USB cords. And the last thing that we were working on actually happened a few weeks ago, and I did take some videos, so I'll insert kind of like a highlight reel, but we decided, let's see, so last year for our anniversary for Mike and I, we talked about gifting each other like as a couple gift. We always wanted to have like a wine fridge or like a beverage cooler inside the house. So we had talked about it, but nothing ever came to fruition. So I was like, okay, we had already talked about it. We're doing all these other projects. Let's just do it. And because it was going to take some demolition, because I want it to be like where an existing cabinet is at, I thought best not to try and DIY it and like hire somebody. So it was my first time using the Thumbtack app. And I interviewed, I think like 3 people, and I did find somebody and he worked out great. So I'll insert some of that footage. I interviewed or had a couple people come out for estimates, and found a guy who seems to be very good. So I'm fingers crossed this actually seems very seamless. So his communication has been great. And he came over yesterday just to do another measure and get supplies. And then he's coming today in actually like about half an hour to start the project. And he said it might take like 6-7 hours. So we'll see, because let me show you what we're doing. So we actually did purchase it. It's here. Oop, my battery's about to die, of course. Hold on. All right, back. So we purchased it off at Amazon. This is a Calamera compressor beverage and wine cooler. So the one side is wine and this other side is like for beverages. I guess you can do like white wines, or I was thinking seltzers and stuff. So you got different temperatures for each one. So in this one it has like the handles, but it just said to unpack it, let it settle, plug it in, let it settle. And then, Winnie, are you Snoop Dogging, girl? Yes, he'll be here in a little bit. I'm vlogging, babe. Yeah, Mike's home from work. Say hi to the vlog, Michael.
What's up, vlog?
So this is the cabinet we're putting in. So he took a door yesterday so he could paint match. But all this will get ripped out. We measured and he measured. Fingers crossed we did it right. That's going to go in there. So they're going to have to he's going to have to drop electrical into the back of here, put that in, and then put like fake, I guess, panels on the side just to kind of make it look like the rest of the countertop, or not countertop, but rest of the cabinet, to look like it all is one piece. So like I said, this is like the first time we're like demoing something to do something. And that's again why I'm not doing it, and we hired somebody who knows how to do it. And let me show you the final outcome. There it is. She is beautiful. Okay, let me turn the light. Maybe you can see better. So you've got the red wine on this side, and then white wine, and then like seltzers and stuff are all in here. But I mean, he took that whole cabinet and he did such a great job. So I think that's it for the catch up. So we definitely had busy time and lots more busy things going on in the future. I did finally schedule our flooring to get done, so it looks like it's probably going to be the end of August. I actually need to call today to confirm and get some logistics of things, just as far as like, because I know we have to be out of the house, and I want to try and limit the amount of time we have to be out of the house so we don't have to pay for a place to stay. So I need to figure that out, but with everything else, I think it's going great. Definitely miss you guys. Comment below with anything that you've been doing this summer, whether you've been vacationing or doing home projects or just living your best life. And we'll see you next time. Go live your DisGoals. Bye.